Hi guys, thank you for purchasing this class. Today I'm going to be showing you how to turn this hair into a blunt cut 10-inch twist wig or a bob wig, whichever way you want it. So I'm going to be showing you how to cut the hair, how to trim your hair to a perfect blunt cut wig or forming it into a bob, as the case may be, whichever way you want it. You'll be needing your tape to achieve this look, your comb, your scissors, your pair of scissors, your clipper. Okay, so you'll be needing, these are the major things you need for cutting the hair. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to blow dry the hair. We're going to be using the heat protectant and spray it all over the hair. So you make sure you spray it very well. So after that, I'm going in with my serum. I'm using Moroccan argan growth oil. So I'm going to be applying that all over the hair. So what we are going to be doing now is, after applying this, I'm going to straighten the hair. I'm going to be straightening this hair because we cannot cut this hair the state it is. You can't cut a hair that is squeezed or not straight. So the hair has to be straightened so you can see whatever you're cutting, the length, everything will be at the same length. So I'm going to be straightening this hair and then start trimming the hair. So when you're trying to straighten your hair at this stage, you're not applying anything to this hair. You only apply your serum, which I did. So you're not applying any other thing to the hair. You're just straightening it the way it's supposed to be, like a straight hair. So you're just straightening the hair. You could do the chase method. I'll show you the chase method, or you could just straighten it this way, just like that. The chase method is the method you use comb. You put your comb under the hair and then you straighten down. So but I did it here. I will show you how to do that. This chase method actually is I think it helps to straighten the hair faster. Some people use it, most people use it, they like using the comb with the straightener. So as you're using the comb, you're straightening, and the strands are, the heat is going into the strands very very well. So I think the chase method is good. If you can, if you're used to that, if you can get used to that, that'll be perfect. So I'm going to show you how the chase method is, how to use the chase method. It's simple. Just put your comb underneath the hair. You could put it under, you can put it on top, but make sure that the comb is not so close to the what's it called, it's not so close to the iron, because it could melt the comb. The heat could melt the comb. So you're taking it down that way, and you still come back. Make sure it's firm. It could be hot, it could be hot. That's why if you are okay with it, then it's good. But if you're not so okay with that, then you could just leave it. So I'm going to do the rest of the hair, straighten the rest of the hair, and then show you the next phase. Okay, here is the frontal part. I have not done the closure part, so I'm going to be flat tonguing the front, the closure, First of all, I'm going to be using my wax stick to apply on the closure, and then I'll be, yeah, I just applied the heat protectant on it, because of the heat. So after which I'll just use my wax stick and touch up the closure, and I'll start straightening again. So we're going to be using measuring tape to measure the length of the hair that we want. You just place it at the middle of the closure and secure it with your pin, and then you take it down. As it's dropping down, don't drag it, let it just drop down on its own. And we actually want a 10 inches bulb, but if you want a 10 inches bulb, don't cut at the 10 inches bulb. Always give it an inch after 10 inches bulb and cut. For instance, you want a 10 inches. What you're going to cut is 11 inches. Don't cut exactly at 10 inches, because most times you could make mistakes and you want to trim it more and more. You end up cutting more than 10 inches and it will end up to be like 9 inches or 8 inches. So you could decide to cut from the back or from the side. But I actually want to cut. I actually like cutting my hair from the side. So I'm going to place it at the center of the closure again, and then let it fall by the side. Let the measuring tape fall by the side, so I can trim the hair. So remember, we are working on 10 inches here, but we're not cutting 10 at the point. We are going to cut it by 11 inches. If it's a 12 inches, you cut it by 13. That's just what I'm trying to explain there. So for this, we are going to give an inch, and then cut it by that inch we gave it, like one more inch. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to cut it by 11 inches. Sorry, I didn't know what happened at this point. I thought I was videoing when I checked. I realized that it wasn't. So I've already cut the 11 at the 11 inches spots or points or whatever. So I'm going to use that guide to, and whenever you're cutting, make sure you're cutting in a straight line. So just follow the line of that 11 inches and just follow it down to cut from the front to the back. So that's more like a guide. I used the measuring tape is more like a guide to tell you how many inches you're cutting, and then when you cut at that point, you now follow it and cut the same length. Following it to cut exactly at the same length. So in case you have issues with the length at your cutting, you'll be able to cut more. You understand? Since you're already given it 11 inches, so you'll be able to cut more and the hair will still be on 10 inches. So, yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do here. I'm going to cut the rest of the hair, taking it line by line, using my comb to be sure, and then at the end, I will still check the whole length and be sure that is accurate. So at this point, I want to cut the other side because I've cut the right side to an extent behind. So I want to measure the other side of the hair, and I'm cutting at the to 11 inches. So I'm going to cut at the 11 inches and then follow the same guide and get to the back of the hair. If you will notice here, my hand was not straight anymore. Most times it happens that way. That's why you just need that extra inches. So it's more like the right side is longer than the other side, but not to worry, is something you experience most times, so you can always correct it. You just keep going until you level all the lengths and they will look similar. So at this point, I've been able to trim everything and they are now the same length. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut the under of the hair, because if you tilt this hair down, you'll notice that there are hairs that are popping up under the wig. So you're not cutting the first line. I'm going to trim the under, those ones that you're seeing, because if you tamper with the first line of the hair that you've already cut at the back, it's going to affect the length of the wig. So you're only going to cut the under hairs that you're seeing, because most times when people flip their hairs, and you notice that there are some hairs that are longer than the back one, so it doesn't look nice. So that's why we trim the under. Those are the under hairs that are just under the first layer of the hair. So we're just going to trim those hairs that you're seeing, so it won't show anymore. So the first layer will be longer than those ones that are inside. Okay, let's say inner layers. The inner layers will be shorter than the first layer that you're seeing. So that's how we're going to conclude this hair. So we'll just be trimming it under the hairs, because if you comb it, you'll see that those hairs are just there. So we'll keep trimming the hair until all the hairs are not visible anymore. So you can see the hairs are there, and then we'll just trim it. So if you've been wondering what is the foil doing there, I actually placed it there to, it actually helps in case you're trimming your hair so it will not litter the place. So it's just going to fall on the foil that you've placed. It's a good tip. So here I've actually trimmed the under of the hairs. So you tilt your hair side to side. You just cut all the under hairs that you're seeing, and then with that the hair is ready. Yeah, the hair is good to go. As you tilt it, the hairs will not show, the under hairs will not show. So you can decide to leave the hair this way. You apply your oil and just straighten it. It will just look like a blunt cut. um, you can decide to rock the hair this way as a blunt cut because it's ready to wear, so all those under hairs are not showing. So you can decide to rock it this way as a blunt cut, or you can decide to bob the hair. So anyone can serve. Here I actually bob the hair. This is how it looks after bobbing. I think it looks nice. Well, both of them are actually okay. So it depends on you or your customer, what the person wants. If the person wants it blunt cut or the person wants a bob styling. So if you actually want to know how to style a bob, I have a video on that. You can go through it and watch how to style a bob.